Okay. Now here we are learning about the ionic compounds. Ionic compounds. So the molecule of an ionic compound has two constituents, namely cation and anion. Cation can be also called as positive ion or basic radical, and anion can be called as negative ion or acidic radical. Okay. For example, Na plus Cl minus is NaCl. So Na plus is what? Cation, because it is a positive ion and a basic radical. Whereas Cl minus is a negative ion as well as acidic radical. Okay. So what happens between these two ions, that is Na plus and Cl minus, there is a force of attraction. Okay. Na plus and Cl minus will attract each other. And these ions, as they are oppositely charged, they will attract each other and the bond is formed between them. That is called ionic bond. What we call it as ionic bond between sodium and chlorine. Okay, it is a chemical bond. Okay, formed by what? Force of attraction between the ions, between oppositely charged ions. The force of attraction between one positive ion on a cation and one negative charge on an anion makes one ionic bond. Okay, so here Na plus and Cl minus attracts each other, okay, and forms an ionic bond. So that is how ionic compounds are formed. Similarly, we can take example of magnesium chloride, okay, silver chloride. Many examples, other examples also you can take. Okay, so now there is one more example, like in you have heard about static electricity. Yes or no? In static electricity, which you have studied in 6th or 7th standard, right? It is a natural tendency of any body to change from an electrically charged state into an electrically neutral state. Okay, this electrically charged ion form from an electrically balanced, that is called as neutral ion. So explanation where it lies in the electronic configuration of atoms. So let us see once again how sodium and chlorine atoms form the Na plus and Cl minus ion. Let us see how this salt is formed. Now in the screen you can see the words are marked with red color. Okay, that is cation anion. Okay, so the molecule of an ionic compound has two constants. What are they? Cation and anion, and they are attracted towards each other. There's a force of attraction between them to form the ionic bond. Okay, now let us see how this ionic bond is formed by taking the example of sodium and chlorine. Now sodium, as you see in the diagram, what is the electronic configuration of sodium given? Write in the chat box, students. No, Aryan, it is symbol. You have written chemical symbol Na. Okay. I'm asking what is the electronic configuration given? 2, 8 and 1. Very good, Purva. 2, 8, 1. Okay. You can see the electronic configuration because atomic number of sodium is how much, students? 2 plus 8 plus 1. Tell me how much it is. What is the atomic number? 11. Very good, Ria. So atomic number of sodium is 11. That's why what is the electronic configuration? In the first orbit, 2 electrons. In the second orbit, 8 electrons. And the third orbit, 1 electron. So now that 1 electron will leave the orbit. And what is happening here? Na will turn to Na plus, positive ion. Sodium is becoming sodium positive ion. So now what is its electronic configuration? When it is leaving 1 electron, it will become 2, 8. Yes. So 1 electron is leaving the orbit. That's why what sodium atom has become sodium cation, Na plus. Understood? Now similarly for chlorine, what is the electronic configuration of chlorine? Reply in the chat box. 287. Very good, Vedant. So what is the atomic number of chlorine? 17. Very good, Kimaya. Atomic number is 17. 2 plus 8 plus 7. What it is? 17. Okay. So now chlorine is having how many electrons in the last orbit? Count and tell me how many electrons? Yes, very good, Avdut. 7 electrons. So what it should do? It should accept or give the electron. What it should do? To become stable, it has to accept the electron. Very good, Rohan. Okay, it has to accept the electron from sodium. Sodium is giving the electron and chlorine is accepting that electron. So that's why it is written 1 electron received. Yes. So now 7 will turn to 8. Now check here, when Cl will become Cl minus, you can see here that the electronic configuration has become 2, 8, 8. Yes or no? So that means what? Sodium is giving the electron and that electron is accepted by chlorine. So sodium became positive ion Na plus and chlorine became negative ion Cl minus. And what is formed in between them? Can you tell me what is formed in between sodium and chlorine? Ionic bond. Very good, Purva. Yes, ionic bond is formed and a new compound called sodium chloride is formed. Yes, sodium chloride with an ionic bond. Now you can look at the third diagram where Na plus Cl minus reacts and form NaCl with an ionic bond. Yes, so that is nothing but ionic compound. Okay. Now here you can see the outermost shell of both sodium and chlorine is not a complete octet. Previously it was not a complete octet. Outer shell of both sodium and chlorine, now it became complete. But because sodium has given 1 electron and chlorine has accepted 1 electron. So they both became stable. Sodium is having 8 electrons in the outermost orbit and chlorine is also having, yes, yes, very good. Purva, it is an octet. What we call it as octet. Okay. If 2 electrons are there in outermost orbit, we should call it as duplet. If 8 electrons are there, what we will call it as octet. Okay. So here both sodium and chlorine both are having 8 electrons in the outermost orbit. Yes or no? So an electronic configuration with a complete octet indicates what? Stable state. What we can say? It is a stable. What is the state of the compound? Stable. Further, ionic compound is formed between oppositely charged sodium and chloride ions and therefore ionic compound NaCl having very high stability is formed. Yes. So what we are getting? Ionic compound here. Ionic compound having very high stability. Okay. So that we are getting here. So I hope all of you understood what is ionic compound. Let us go to the definition once again. The molecule of an ionic compound has 2 constituents, namely cation, that is positive ion or basic radical, and anion, negative ion or acidic radical. There is a force of attraction between these ions as they are oppositely charged, and that is called the ionic bond. I hope all of you understood what is ionic bond and what is ionic compound. Yes or no, students? Okay, fine. Okay. Now let us learn about dissociation of ionic compounds. Now what is mean by dissociation? Can anybody give the reply in the chat box? What is mean by dissociation? Okay, Shamli has given the answer. Okay, Shabrish. Okay. Okay. So I got the reply. Now let us see by doing a short activity what is dissociation. Okay. Suppose if you're mixing the substances like water and salt or water and sugar. So what happens? Salt will dissolve in water. Yes. And ionic compound is forming what? Aqueous solution of that compound. Salt solution. You will get salty water. If you'll mix sugar, if you'll dissolve sugar in water, what you're getting? A sweet water. When you will drink it, you will feel sweet. Yes, that means sugar has dissolved in water. So you are getting a sweet water there. So in the solid state, the oppositely charged ions in the ionic compound are sitting side by side. So when an ionic compound begins to dissolve in water, the water molecules push themselves in between the ions of the compound and separate them from each other. That is to say, an ionic compound dissociates while forming an aqueous solution. That means what? When we are adding NaCl in water, that is salt in water. So what is exactly happening? When it is dissolving, the water molecules, no, they will push sodium and chlorine, separate them each from each other. They will break the ionic bond and they will separate sodium and chlorine from each other. That means what? What we can say, NaCl has dissociated in water, forming aqueous solution. I hope you all understood what I'm saying. Okay. So once again, I'll repeat here by this activity. So each of the dissociated ions in the aqueous solution is surrounded by what now? Water molecules, because we added sodium chloride in water. Okay. So what we can write it as, how you should try mention it? Aqueous. Aqueous means what? You have mixed with water. Okay. So you have to use the word, symbol AQ while writing the chemical equation. What you will mention it as? Na plus AQ, Cl minus AQ. What is meant by AQ, students? Write in the chat box. AQ means what? Aqueous. What it is called as? Aqueous. Why it has become aqueous solution? Because we have mixed sodium chloride in water and water molecules have separated sodium from chlorine. Yes. When sodium and chlorine got separated, what we can say? Which reaction took place? Dissociation. So how you can write the chemical reaction here? NaCl will give, on dissociation with water, will give Na plus aqueous plus Cl minus aqueous. Okay. So I hope you all understood what is meant by dissociation reaction. Now in the diagram also you can see the water molecule separating sodium chloride. Okay. So in a beaker, you can take a glass of water in a beaker as shown in the diagram. Okay. Add salt. Yes. So you can see in the diagram how it is done. Okay. So this is a salt. Yes. NaCl means salt. You are adding in the beaker containing water. So when you are adding it, water enters between sodium and chlorine molecules. You can see green balls and black balls. Okay. So let us consider Na is green ball and Cl is black balls. So when the water enters in between Na plus and Cl minus, you can see the NaCl bond is broken and it is converted to Na plus and Cl minus. That is what? Dissociation. What it is? Which reaction taking place now? It is called as dissociation reaction. Okay. Now here in this diagram, what you can see? What you can see? Aqueous solution of salt. Okay. Why it became aqueous now, students? Because salt, Na plus and Cl minus have been separated from each other. Okay. And it dissolved. Very good. It dissolved. So what we can say? It is an aqueous solution of salt. Now here you can see in this diagram, Na has been separated from Cl minus. Na plus is taken as black circle and Cl minus as green circle. Okay. So you can see Na plus ions are separated from Cl minus ions. So that this is how you can say this is called as dissociation of salt. Okay. So I hope all of you understood very well what is meant by dissociation of salt in aqueous solution. Okay. Now let us study the Arrhenius theory of acids and bases. Okay. The scientist, Swedish scientist Arrhenius, He put forth a theory of acids and bases in the year 1887. The theory gives definition of acids and bases. What is the theory saying? An acid is a substance which on dissolving in water gives rise to H plus ion as the only cation. For example, HCl, H2SO4, H2CO3. Okay, so we are having hydrochloric acid, sulfuric acid, carbonic acid, so many acids. Now, when you will dissolve this acid in water, for example, HCl, if we are dissolving in water, as you can look here, what is the reaction? HCl will give H plus and Cl minus aqueous. Okay, just now I told you what is aqueous. Aqueous means what? After dissolving the solution, what we call it as aqueous solution, and we have to write the symbol AQ there. Now here H plus AQ is written. You can see in the screen. Cl minus AQ is written. Why? Because of dissociation. Okay, along with water, when acid is mixed in water, what happens? Water molecules will enter between hydrogen and chlorine and it separates the bond. Okay, and what it is formed? For one positive ion and one negative ion. Similarly, for example, H2SO4, that is sulfuric acid. When you because of dissociation in water, it will turn to H plus and HSO4 minus. And if you're taking HSO4 minus, again, it will dissolve in water and forms H plus and SO4 2 minus. Okay, so this is how the chemical reaction takes place. That's what Arrhenius told. Arrhenius told us that an acid is a substance which on dissolving in water gives rise to H plus ion as the only cation. Come on, everyone will write the definition of acid in the chat box. Arrhenius. So what we studied just now, we studied about the acid, and an acid is a substance which on dissolving in water gives rise to H plus ion as the only cation. For example, hydrochloric acid, sulfuric acid, nitric acid, carbonic acid, etc. Okay. Now let us move to the next part. Now there is a small activity for you. You have to solve this and tell me what will come in the boxes. Okay. The reaction, first reaction is already solved for you. That is NH3, ammonia plus water will give ammonium, NH4 plus aqueous plus OH minus aqueous. Remaining two questions, you had to solve it. And whatever the answer you have to write in the chat box, I will give you 1 minute. Okay. Afterwards, we will have a short discussion on this. These compounds. What are the names of NH3, Na2O, and COO? CaO. Come on, give the reply in the chat box. What is NH3? Okay. Ammonia. Very good, Chetna. Chetna Sharma has replied the question. NH3 is for ammonia. Very good, Sudhir Phatak. Okay. What is Na2O? Na2O. Sodium oxide. Very good, Sudhir. What it is? Sodium oxide. Na2O stands for what? Sodium oxide. You can write and keep it in your book. What is NH3? Ammonia. Ammonia is called as NH3. In symbolic form, it is written as NH3, chemical symbol. And Na2O means what? Sodium oxide. Okay. And what is CaO? Students, write in the chat box. What is CaO? If it goes wrong, I will correct it. Whatever you know, you can write. Very good. Calcium oxide. Okay. Calcium oxide. CaO is what? Calcium oxide. Okay. So you got the names of all the three compounds, that is ammonia, sodium oxide, and calcium oxide. Now what exactly we are doing? With ammonia, we are added water. And what we got? Ammonium and hydroxide. Similarly, with Na2O, we had to add water. So what will come in the second box here, students? So what we have to write in the second box? here in this box, what you will be writing? H2O. Okay, that is water. So all of you write down in your notebook, Na2O plus H2O gives 2Na plus dash. Okay, what is remaining here? 2OH minus molecule. So in this dash, what you can write? 2OH, 2OH minus, and in bracket aqueous, that is 2 hydroxyl ion. Okay, now in the next equation, that is CaO, that is calcium oxide, reacts with H2O water to give dash plus dash. Both the blanks are given for you. You have to solve it. Can you guess what will be the answer? Shriti, you can write in any notebook just for practice. Okay, in your rough book you can write it, or in your science book only, textbook only, there's questions are given, you can solve it with pencil. Okay, so Ca2 plus, what you can write? Ca2 plus. Very good, Daksha has given the answer. Ca2 plus and 2OH minus, that is in the aqueous state. Yes, okay. So that once again I'll repeat. So in this box, what you will be writing? Ca2 plus, and in the second box you will be writing 2OH minus. Okay, so let us revise once again. Okay, once again I'll revise for you. One second, those are not written for them. Okay, so Na2O plus dash gives 2Na plus dash. So in Na2O plus H2O, that is water, gives 2Na plus plus 2OH minus. Okay, that is sodium oxide. Sodium oxide reacts with water and forms sodium ion and hydroxyl ions. Okay, so that's why we are writing it as 2OH minus. 2OH means what? Hydroxyl. Okay, next is calcium oxide, CaO plus H2O. CaO, S is given. Why S is given, students? S and L is written there. Can you guess why S, L and G is written there? Below calcium oxide, water. No, it is not salt. Solid. Very good, Shamli. You are right. It is solid. That's why we are writing S. And why L is written? And why G is written? Yes, L stands for liquid, S stands for solid, and G stands for, yes, gas. Okay, Aditi, correct. Okay, so ammonia is in gaseous state, water is in liquid state, and sodium oxide is in solid state. But after undergoing dissociation, what we have to write it as AQ. Everywhere, what you will be writing it as in bracket AQ. Why AQ? What is AQ, students? Who remembers it? Purva, AQ should be written in small letters. Okay, not capital letters. Very good, aqueous. AQ means stands for aqueous. So calcium oxide plus water gives calcium plus hydroxyl ion. That is Ca2 plus 2OH minus. So I hope this activity is clear to you all. Okay, all have solved it. Yes. So we got the answer from here, different reactions. Okay, you completed it. Now let us study what is base. Okay, a base is a substance in which on dissolving in water gives rise to OH minus ions. Okay, OH minus ions as only anion. For example, NaOH, CaOH twice. Now you can look here. Two reactions are given, NaOH, okay, which reacts with water on dissociation gives Na plus aqueous plus OH minus aqueous. Another is calcium hydroxide, CaOH twice, which dissociates in water to give Ca2 plus 2OH minus. So in both the reaction, you are getting what? What you're getting it, getting as OH minus you are getting. Yes or no? See, here also OH minus is there. Here also you're getting OH minus. That means what? According to the definition, a base is a substance which on dissolving in water gives rise to OH minus ion. So what we can conclude here? That sodium hydroxide is a base. What you can say? Sodium hydroxide is a base and calcium hydroxide is also a base. Okay. So whenever bases react with water, what we can say? It dissociates, it dissolves in water and dissociates to form OH minus ion as a only anion. Okay. So that is a definition saying. So what is Arrhenius? According to Arrhenius, what is a base? Base is a substance which on dissolving in water gives rise to OH minus ion as the only anion. So here two examples are also given, sodium hydroxide and calcium hydroxide. Okay, now quickly I will give you time. You can write the definition of base in the chat box. Everyone has to write the answer in the chat box. What is? Okay, very good, students. So I got the reply from many of you. So you have studied what are acids and what are base today. Yes, you have also studied what is dissociation, what is Arrhenius theory of acids and bases, what are ionic compounds. So all this you learned today. Okay, in the next lecture we will continue with the types of acids and types of base, how to classify acid and base. Okay, so now let me ask you some questions. Okay, who is going to say what are acids and bases? Raise your hand. Raise your hand, those who can define acid and base. Okay, Rafat, I have unmuted you.
Yes, teacher.
Yes. What are acids and base according to Arrhenius?
An acid is a substance which dissolves in water. An acid is a substance which is dissolving in water, and in base is a substance which dissolves in water.
Okay, dissolves in water and what it gives?
It gives base give rise to OH minus as only ion.
Okay. Okay, any
It
other
gives
student
rise
who
to
can
H plus.
answer? Okay, Ayushi Chaturvedi, I have unmuted you.
Good afternoon, everyone.
It's good morning, Ayushi.
Good morning, everyone.
Yes, say the answer.
Acid is a substance which, on dissolving in water, gives rise to H plus ions as the only cation in is called as an acid. Example: hydrochloric acid. And base is a substance which, on dissolving in water, gives rise to OH minus ions as the only anion is called as a base. Example: NaOH and calcium oxide.
Okay, very good, Ayushi. Good answer.
Thank
Okay.
you, teacher.
Okay, fine. Okay, now next who is going to answer? Avdut Kamble. I have unmuted you, Avdut.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, say the answer.
As an acid is a substance which, on dissolving in water, gives rise to H plus ion as the only cation. For example, hydrochloric acid H2SO4 H2CO3. And base is a substance which, on dissolving in water, gives rise to OH minus as only ion. As iron as the only cation. For example, NaOH CaOH2.
Okay, very good, Avdut. Okay, so two, three students answered. It's time up now, students. So I hope you all understood what are acids and bases. Yes. Definition of acid and base. Yes. So let us stop for today as it's time up. Okay. Read the textbook. Tomorrow we will meet again for science part 2 lecture. Till then, bye students. Take care. Have a nice day. Bye all of you.